Well, you will recall it's been 3 years since 22 lives were lost when branches of some huge trees broke off at the top of the Kintampo Waterfall, trapping revelers, mainly students who were then at the time swimming just beneath the waterfall. Now, let's update you on what's happened after this incident. We decided to spend some time there, and our correspondent, Anna Sabit, was in the area to find out the latest.
On the 19th of March 2017, exactly 3 years ago, the biggest disaster to have ever hit the Kintampo Waterfalls occurred, leading to the loss of about 22 lives, most of them being students of the Wenchi Methodist Senior High School. 3 years on, how is the tourist site in terms of the visitations of tourists? Has the number reduced drastically, or there been some changes leading to the increase in the number of people who do visit this particular site on an annual basis? We are going to speak with the manager who is currently manning the facility. He will be telling us how the waterfalls is faring and the changes that have been made to increase the number of visitations on an annual basis. Now, to start with, the Kintampo Waterfalls has 3 different stages: stage 1, 2, and 3. We are going through all these stages together with Mr. Bismarck Baden, the manager of the site. Finally, we arrived at the 3rd and final stage of the fall. 3 years ago, before the disaster, the fall had only 1 stair. Now it has 2. Bismarck tells me what has changed since that unfortunate incident.
So, as you can see, we are in the stage 3. And this is the fun-based area of Kintampo Waterfalls. As you can see, people bathing and having fun. After the 2017 disaster, management have put so many things in place. At first, we were not having infirmary. That is a small clinic. The infirmary is to provide first aid to anyone who maybe probably gets hurt in the water. And then again, at first, when you come here, as a tourist, you can walk the way you want. But now, a tour guide will lead you through the tour, will give you the don'ts and do's and the history of the facility. At first, we were not having a changing room. Now we have a changing room also there beside the infirmary that you can change if you want a bath. At first, too, we were not having security. Security was a problem. But then when you are coming in, there's a security officer there, a police officer, who will search you to see that you are not bringing any material that maybe probably when there's a quarrel, you use it to hurting someone.
Apart from this, what other measures has been put in place to prevent a similar incident from happening again?
What we've done is that we know that the disaster happened as a result of a tree falling from the top. Now, what management decided to do is to fell down all overgrown trees and tall ones, of course, because you know, as a waterfall area, the place is very rocky. So if you allow a tree to grow very tall, the tree will not have a taproot system, but rather an adventitious root, meaning that the roots will not be able to go through the rocks. So what management have done is that we fell down all the tall trees and overgrown ones. And again, we've replanted 6,400 trees. Now what we are trying to do is to make the place a very serene environment, create shades for tourists who come so that they will be able to sit. But then not allowing trees that will overgrow, that will grow too tall, that will maybe probably cause that disaster that happened.
These actions taken by the management has increased the number of visitations since its reopening, with students surprisingly being on top of the list.
After the incident, people thought that Kintampo Waterfalls will die, right? People will not visit the attraction site again. But management put so many things in place. So we said to ourselves that if we don't tell our story, people will tell it for us, and we wouldn't like it. So we created a website, and then we also created our social media handles to also tell people what management are doing to make sure that the place comes back again. Now, let me tell you this. In 2018, our visitation was 19,223. But then in 2019, we had 23,806. So it means that the number is increasing. If I will tell you these numbers, we have the children, the students, the adults, and the foreigners. And the students' number is very high. People thought that students will not visit the attraction site again. But as you see, there are so many students coming.
The disaster has since brought a lot of changes to the tourist site. Key amongst them is the addition of a canopy up above the fall.
I've been in Ghana for 1 year and I'm working here, and I like nature very much, especially this one, and I prefer the bridge because it is a good experience to going through that.
Some of the revelers we met at the site have been sharing with JoyNews what attracted them to the site, though several lives were lost 3 years ago.
I heard of the incident that happened, but when I took the decision to come here, I didn't really have it in mind then. I think the excitement took over, and yeah, so I was just reminded of it a while ago, and I was a bit skeptical. I wanted to come out of it as soon as possible.
I thought about it when I was coming. I mean, I was a bit scared, but thanks to my friends, they managed in dragging me here, and I've had so much fun that, I mean, I don't regret the fact that I came.
I did hear of it, the school kids. Yeah, I did hear of it, but then I didn't have it in mind when I was coming. It was when I got here and I saw the trees that actually came to mind. I was like, this thing has happened here before, but then I said, okay, I'm already here, so God is with me, so I'm here. So it's better to experience it than to just go empty-handed.
Will these tourists want to come back to the falls again, and what will they want to see in their next visit?
Yeah, I would advise everyone to come here because it's actually a once-in-a-lifetime experience. Some people experience this and that will be it. They don't really want to experience it again. But then it will be really good if you experience it just once in a lifetime. So, and then I'm coming back.
Yeah, I would come back and see, I don't know, more beaches, more of the nature, but maybe there was a fire, I think, maybe more nature, more green. Maybe I will come back if it's raining season, so there's more vegetation. Yeah.
It's supposed to be, yeah, even though it's my first time, I'm having so much fun, and I'm definitely coming back. Yeah, it's definitely a nice place to be. I would love to come back, regardless of the fact that there's been a disaster before. Yeah, I would love to come back.
Yes, I think it's really beautiful here, and we have a lot to show. Yes, so far I'm enjoying what I'm seeing at the back here, so I don't see anything wrong with the falls. Yeah, my concern is about the canopy walk because I got a bit frightened when I was out there, so if the slabs could be fixed then.
One big challenge the site is being faced with lately is bushfires. Bismarck tells me what is being put in place to check the situation.
When you look around, you can see that we are experiencing bushfire, and that is my major challenge. Previous years, we were not experiencing what we saw today, or what we are seeing now. This year, it is very intense. You can see how all the vegetations are bent down. So management also decided to put so many strategic measures into it to see to that we'll be able to bring this bushfire thing to a halt.
From the Kintampo Waterfall, I am Sabit for JoyNews.